Hey, this is Will Power, and you're listening to the Indie Sports Car Podcast.
Welcome, ICP fans, to another episode of the Indie Sports Car Podcast. Hey, Miss A.
Hello, hello.
What's going on, K to the A?
Happy Friday. Race weekend Friday.
It sure as heck fire is.
Let's get it
Greatest,
started.
fastest short track on the planet.
Yep. Greatest, fastest short track on the planet. Greatest flash. Yep.
Iowa Speedway, Newton, Iowa. You guys are going to be in attendance, aren't you?
Eventually.
Yes.
Eventually, okay.
Eventually. We gotta get on the road.
Okay.
And we'll be there in T-minus roughly 17 hours.
Not too bad. Okay.
Speak for yourself.
Passing through Indiana. You want us to stop and pick you up?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
We might as well. We literally passed right by it, so we might as well just grab you.
Just jump on, right?
And we know Mr. Williams there, so you're covered, brother. You want to come?
Oh, if I didn't have some things to do this weekend, I most definitely would.
Of course.
It's the Battle of the Brickyard this weekend for all the quarter midget competitors of USAC here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And Racecraft 1 has about 7 or 8 clients competing this year. It's insane, like literally 500 quarter midgets at the Brickyard. So I gotta go do that. But yeah.
That's a lot of quarter midgets.
That's a lot of quarter midgets. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But if I wasn't, you could be damn sure I'd be rolling with you guys.
It's a lot of midgets.
it's a lot of quarter midgets. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's it is.
Sorry, guys.
Should be a good race weekend.
If anybody hears like some volume fluctuations going on, it's because I'm messing with them as we're going on, because I just don't have 14 hours to get this right. And the last class I ever took was audio engineering, which means I never took it.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, so right on. But yeah, we are no longer USB. We're XLR, and I can throw my cigarette at Missy if I wanted to now again, without her echoing.
I swear to God, you throw something at me, and there will be noise through the mic.
Into the mic,
Yep.
so they can hear you.
I am into the mic.
Oh, I can see your wave signature. So there it is. Learned a lot during the lowdown last night.
There wasn't much racing. No, there wasn't. Was it the 6 Hours of Glen this weekend? And Formula One was. Where was Formula One this weekend?
Someplace
I
boring.
actually watched this. Well, all right, no.
Oh no, it was the Hungaro ring, Red Bull ring.
Oh, is that where it was at? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some of it, but then I got distracted in the middle of it, and I rewound to watch the last 10 laps like 10 times, and yeah, I didn't see those last 10 laps. I made the effort. It was just my shocking surprise was that twice, or not twice, but the two Mercedes, neither one finished because they had some engine issues or something going on there. So,
was this in the? This was the Austrian Grand Prix you're talking about?
Yes, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the Austrian Grand Prix, or let me see, they got Formula One, I-Time, Grosser Preis von Ostrich.
It's been almost 5 years. I don't think you're gonna get that right.
Eh.
Ever. I know I wouldn't. Christian, you want to take a stab at that one?
No. No, hard pass. Hard pass.
Don't blame you, sir.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
must have
no,
did
but another
something.
time though. But yeah. What did you guys think of the Austrian Grand Prix, other than uh, the Mercedes not finishing?
Who?
Okay.
Oh, the Mercedes not finishing. Big whippity flip and do, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Missy?
Well, it was interesting that they didn't finish, because when's the last time that's ever happened?
That's what I
Right.
mean. It's like, yeah, that happened.
No,
Yeah.
but it doesn't happen very often. That's why it's
Hmm.
what is going on? Why can I not pull up? All right, I'm really getting upset right now.
About what?
I can't get the pull
Woosah.
results up.
Woosah.
Why can I not pull the results up?
What, F1.com sucks?
Yes.
Why do you not use motorsport.com?
Well, I just went to motorsport.com, and guess what? I can't get up there either. The results for the race this weekend. It's hence why I'm about to have a full out girly hissy fit right in a second.
I knew it.
Wait a minute. June 29th.
Had a feeling.
It was
Now click on the results.
a hairy moment at the beginning of that race, though, with Raikkonen splitting the Mercedes cars.
Yeah, it was a doozy.
It's pretty cool, you know.
But it's always like that. The first couple of laps are like, oh, everybody's banging into each other, clipping front wings off, and then all of a sudden we get into the
And then the parade.
the parade.
laps,
There
yeah.
you go.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I love parade.
So Hulkenberg caught fire. That was pretty interesting to watch.
What was he setting off fireworks?
No, he was not setting off fireworks. Nico Hulkenberg is not American and does not observe American Independence Day.
Racist.
No, he wasn't setting off fireworks. It was just a actual fire coming out of his car.
Well,
That's never a good.
truth be told, I wasn't serious in the least. So,
Huh?
truth be told, I wasn't serious in the least.
No, I know you were. I know you weren't.
So,
I
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
I'm very impressed with Ricciardo this year, though. Daniel Ricciardo is driving pretty damn good, and I think coupled with his personality, he might be my new driver.
No.
No, we can't. Okay,
I was
All right.
I was already backing him. You can't back
you
him
were
too
already
now.
on the
No,
Ricciardo train.
I was
okay.
already on the Ricciardo train with his shoeies and everything. No. You can back right on up there, Christian. All right, I give up. I can't find the damn results. I'm so done.
You can't find the results?
Nope, nobody posted on Motorsport unless all the websites are just, I don't know, acting funny. I have no idea. Nobody will pull it up.
The internet's acting funny, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is, because it can't pull it up anywhere. Not Formula One, not Motorsport, not anywhere. What the hell?
It's craziness.
Madness.
Madness, I tell ya.
But a heck of a drive from Raikkonen.
Was it the British Grand Prix?
What?
No.
No, the Austrian Grand Prix.
See? Yep, you're on the website, aren't you?
What? Yeah.
And when you click on Austria, where does it take you? Yep, British GP. That's why you just said it. Yep,
Yeah, well, okay.
told you. The internet is acting screwy.
So basically, Max Verstappen finished first, followed by Kimi Räikkönen, Sebastian Vettel, Romain Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, Esteban Ocon, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Charles Leclerc, Marcus Ericsson. Round up your top 10 for the points, and then Pierre Gasly, Carlos Sainz Jr., Sergei Sorokin in 13th, Lance Stroll 14th, 15th. I do not finish. I'm sorry. Lance Stroll was the last of the drivers that finished the race. Then do not finish from 15 on down. You got Stoffel Van Dorn, Elham. Yep, Elham. Brandon Hartley, Daniel Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, and Nico Hulkenberg. There you go.
There you go.
2018 Australian Grand Prix.
Grand Prix, right?
No, it's not Australian. It's Austria.
So I said Austria. What? Yeah, the Austrian GP. Austrian GP. Austria. Yeah. 6/28, 2018 to 7/01. I read off the right one.
Yeah.
Max did win this race, didn't he?
He did.
Max did win this race.
Followed by
right.
Kimi and then Sebastian, right?
Yeah, because Frank said to me, he says, "Who won?" I was like, "Oh, Max Verstappen won." He's like, "Who came second?" I was like, Ferraris, Sebastian and Kimi." He says, "Which one was second, third?" I was like, "I don't know. I just seen the two Ferraris were all on the podium too. Does it matter which one was second, third?"
So which one wants to go ahead and throw Romain Grosjean some love for P4? It ain't gonna be messy.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
This was a one pit race.
Although I'm just upset with the Haas F1 team anyway. Since from their, no Americans good enough to race their cars, and right after that he ran into the wall by himself.
Yeah, bad timing, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I thought it was perfect timing, though, because I laughed hysterically. Like, oh, no American is good enough to race for your team. However, the driver that you do have racing for your team just crashed into the wall by himself and tried to blame someone else for hitting him when there was no one within, 50 feet of him. It's great. It's classic.
We're going to have to get a petition going. Missy, start the petition for an American driver on the Haas F1 team.
I think I'm going to have to.
Lose?
Yeah, I
You might
know. I guess that'd be the question, wouldn't it? Unless there's somebody already over there, but I don't think so. I don't know, because I don't know their ladder series that well.
Neither does anyone else. Not even their own drivers, apparently.
Well, I wouldn't expect them to. The drivers are usually in their own little world. No offense, Christian.
No, not taken.
Or any other driver that listens to this show. You guys are just, you're a different breed. You're a different breed, gentlemen.
Indeed.
And for realsies. Anywho's.
So is Formula One summer this weekend, or is it their summer break?
Summer break. Every time the Hungaroring ends, they're off for 3 months. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
They're not off for 3 months.
Let's give or take something like that.
No, they're not. They're racing this weekend. See?
What?
They're racing Formula One, the Rolex British. Oh, they're in the British. Yeah, it's the British Grand Prix. That is this weekend. So they had they had practices today. That's
the
probably where.
Hungarian Grand Prix. That's Hungaroring. My bad.
Yes.
The Austrian GP and the Hungaroring. I get those two mixed up.
Oh.
Because you're thinking of Austria-Hungary, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They used to be an empire.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
The
But
auto
yeah,
rims
so
don't exist anymore.
I know what you mean. But yeah, so I know what you mean, man. But yeah, no. It was the Austrian Grand Prix this weekend, which means right the British Grand Prix itself.
Yep, it was a
So,
it was a barn burner.
Oh, they should have did this last weekend. Really?
What?
I'm just reading the motorsport headline. I didn't get to read the article yet. It says FIA takes action to stop drivers abusing track limits at club. I had an issue with that at Austria this weekend. Because if you look, some of those Ferraris, I mean, they pushed the track. Who was it that went totally off track, came back on, like, flew over, and came back in second? And it was like, whoa, I'm pretty sure he abused track limits there. Like, wasn't it this year that Max Verstappen got a penalty for going off track limits, and it was, like, barely off track? Wasn't that this year? Beginning of the year? Like, early? Or was that last year? Am I thinking of last year?
You could be thinking of last year.
You guys are terrible. Help me out here. One of you. Jeez, there's two of yous.
two of you.
I'll have to appeal to our fans. Guys, anyone? Was it that this year? Fans, hit me up. Let me know. Was it? Or was that last year? I thought it was this year, where he got a penalty for, abusing track limits, but I thought a couple times it was the Ferraris I seen because they're red. Were like, especially the one, like I said, was way off track, and he comes back in second place, and it's like, oh no, it wasn't even talked about, like they were even reviewing it. I'm like, wow, that's if you penalize Max Verstappen for a teeny little off track limit, geez, I mean he went it all the way off and then came back in. Just like, I was like, wow, that was a nice little angle he just took to cut back in second place.
Well, I mean. Didn't see the race.
Yeah, I know.
I've been working a lot.
I didn't see.
Excuse me. I know.
Oh,
I've been working a lot the last 2 weeks. And then when I try to work through this weekend, I worked some more. So,
You said you've been working out the last 2 weeks?
well, no. Working.
as Missy laughs.
Real funny, huh,
It's
miss?
hysterical.
Mm-hmm. Glad you're having fun.
All right, well, how about, since we're still, I guess, on F1, what about, what's his name? Was he fired or did he leave? He just leave. McLaren? And now there will be no IndyCar next year for McLaren. Yeah.
Did Zach Brown leave?
No.
Wait, what?
You guys don't know what I'm talking about now? Oh, come on.
What?
You guys are making me look bad here.
I just said I just worked like freaking 3 days straight in 2 days. Sorry, I'm behind.
I guess it's all rumor mill.
What happened with McLaren? Break the news, Missy.
I'm trying to find the story now because I can't.
Well, it should be such huge news. It should be easy to find. I'm looking for it. I don't see it anywhere.
I think it was
I think it was a rumor, to be honest with you.
No, it wasn't recent. When did they announce?
I'm sorry. Yes, there's no headlines that has anything to do with that. And there would be if it was actually true. So it was probably rumors from the rumor mill. And it also begins with an R.
No, I will find it.
Alright, well, you dive deep into that. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about some Iowa, I guess. So, Christian,
Yeah, but
we didn't,
There it is. In the wake of resignation of racing director Eric Bullier, the racing director resigned. And now there's talk there will be, this part might be the rumor. That part, the racing director resigned, but now they're saying there will be no IndyCar for McLaren in 2019.
Well, it's a good thing Zach Brown took over, full operational control over McLaren before this happened.
I guess.
a race director and full operation or control over McLaren Racing is two different things. I think it's what Zach Brown was. I don't know. But I don't know the hierarchy of the blue-collar world of racing. I could be wrong.
I mean, with F1, God, I mean, there could be like 30 people for one job.
Tell me about it.
I mean, look at their pit stops. I mean,
Well, they got to justify that money somehow.
yeah. What's your job? I put on a bolt and take it off. That's my job. Yep. That's my job.
What bolt would that be?
Not a bolt. What's it called? Lug nut. There you go.
Still not right. Nope. Wheel nut.
Wheel nut.
There you go. Is that the steel or the or is that the aluminum or the titanium?
So yeah. So there you go. So that's the latest rumor mill.
Yep. Nothing's gonna happen until it happens.
That was very profound, Frank.
Thank you.
Nothing's going to happen until it happens. Okay.
It's way too far off in the future for anything to be like finalized.
That was deep, though, man. I like that.
Thank you. All right. So yeah.
I missed the lowdown last night. Who all did you guys pick for the weekend?
Can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, my lineup is awesome.
Oh, my lineup is awesome.
Yeah, I took Joseph Newgarden, Graham Rahal, Robert Wickens, and Matthias Lace. That's right. There it is.
Explain to me why it was awesome again.
Who?
Explain to me why it was awesome again.
Who? My lineup? It's always awesome. It's okay.
That's right. Yeah, it's because
Yours isn't.
Christian beat all of us last week.
Barely.
Still won.
Whatever.
You beat out of us three. You won. I think you were top 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. And you are catching up in the whole, standings somehow.
That's what I'm.
Didn't think it was possible, but it is.
I just need some more solid weeks. I'm gonna get 1 through 4 one of these weeks, and that's what's really gonna propel me when I do that.
Oh, there you go. I mean,
one of these weeks is gonna be a 1 through 4, and some more weeks of getting the podium right, the whole podium, and that's what's gonna do it for me. Mm-hmm.
Wishful thinking.
Haters gonna hate, Frank. Haters gonna hate. It's
hate. So, all right. So, we're pretty much coming up midway on IndyCar, right? I mean, this is going to be like a shortened kind of a show, maybe like a half hour tops. Not much talk about and everything. So, it's pretty much been halfway, right? And there's going to be a lot more to talk about after Iowa because I think the IndyCar picture will come a lot more clear after Iowa is all settled and done. And then we'll have Mid-Ohio to deal with as far as MRTI goes. So, I don't know, you guys want to look ahead? We didn't give it any of our winners or anything like that for Iowa because you weren't here. But, so, let's kind of do that now and then looking at it, who you think has the best chance for the championship. So, take the winner of Iowa and then take the best chance for the championship, Missy.
Wait, winner for Iowa and the best shot at the championship?
Yep.
Let's see. Iowa, let's go. Let's say Robert Wickens. He gets his first win finally. And championship. Who's going to win the championship? Alexander Rossi.
Okay.
What? Did you both just laugh?
Yeah.
No, I didn't laugh. I just said,
I laughed.
Frank laughed. He chuckled.
I did give a good chuckle. It was chucklish.
Okay,
Like so.
Frank. Let's hear your picks. Can't wait. I guess.
What? All right, look. Right now, Scott.
All right, look.
Right now, Scott Dixon's leading the points by like almost 50 points. All right. So I don't see Scott Dixon slowing down at all. I think Dixon's going to take another championship here. Yeah. But at Iowa, I'm going to go Will Power.
Oh, shocking.
There you go. Christian?
There he goes. I agree with you on Scott Dixon grabbing another championship. I say this race, though, the Iowa race, goes to Newgard.
Of course, too.
Two of you are predictable.
We'll have some more controversial stuff.
But
to
Ed
talk
Carpenter as the dark horse.
That's funny.
You guys are going to be so mad
Yeah, the tail end of it.
when he wins by like 5 laps. It's going to be crazy. Watch. You
Please.
you guys are going to be so mad.
Please. You're
And then these two will be forced
You'll get a text message of
to
that.
call
happens with
him
this.
the oval special. They will be forced. They will have no choice.
No. Missy has stated she will never call him the oval specialist until he wins an Indianapolis 500. If he wins an Indianapolis 500, all right, you're an oval specialist. Till then, no. Better luck next year.
All right. Until then. Pole at Indy doesn't count.
No, it does not.
You're right.
Does not.
You're right.
Because if it did, he would have won like 4 Indianapolis 500s already.
Very true.
Wow.
So that's your job. Win an Indianapolis 500, and then Missy will call you an oval specialist. Until then, I don't want to hear it.
Wow. You know what? Come on, Ed. This
Better luck
weekend
next
is
year.
yours. This weekend is yours.
Means nothing.
The world is yours. Yeah, it has been light on the whole. Just nothing's really come out at all.
About what?
News, just news.
Just news. Just plain old news. Okay.
Things that we haven't really talked about since Road America. Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Max Chilton.
I'm driving the best
I've ever driven.
He must have learned a bit.
Why? Why can't I learn? Yeah, bring it in, buddy. Bring it in. But why? Why can't I learn? Just bring it in. Just bring it in, bud.
I can't believe I asked Tristan if he was ever asked that question.
Why? We need T-shirts. We need "Why Can't I Learn" T-shirts.
I'm telling you.
But why?
ISCP, why can't I learn? Why did we lose our media credentials? Because you just didn't learn.
Because we didn't learn. That's right. That's right.
Anyway. Well, if you guys are going to be in the Iowa area, we know Marty and the fam are going to be there, so looking forward to seeing them there again. And anybody else is going to be there, hit us up on many of our social medias.
Only if they have crinkles.
I'm sure they will. And where can they find all of our social media at, so they can follow us, follow along with us, Miss A?
Right. Where's that at, Christian?
What? No, Missy, this is your. Don't.
Wow. www.theindysportscarpodcast.com.
Hey, Christian, where can they pick up that?
Missy's always trying to shirk her responsibilities. And
What?
put that on over to me.
What?
Don't shirk. Don't shirk.
What did I just hear you say? It's very simple, Christian. It's a website.
Don't shirk.
Christian doesn't know the name of the website.
I don't
that's
care
why.
what it is. I don't. Don't shirk. All
I
right?
think he protests too hard.
No, I'm kidding.
Thou protest way too mucheth.
That's right.
Anyways.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Frank,
yes.
I know you said you've been working a lot these last couple of days. Did you happen to catch that finish that we spoke about?
No.
Okay. Missy, did you catch the finish? I know we don't use the N-word here on ISCP, but what a finish that was, Chicagoland?
Was I supposed to watch
I
that?
heard about it on iRacing, and from what it sounded like me, that wasn't racing at all.
Hot dog. That was a finish.
Not really.
That was what? What? You didn't even see it, Frank.
From what I heard, it was just the
What you
quintessential why it is what it is.
The curiosity almost makes me want to go look it up. Almost.
You didn't see it. No,
not
you
quite.
should, Missy. It was a hell of a finish. Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson on the last lap, and Larson, he comes from a dirt racing background, so
Who pushed who over the finish line?
He tried to do a bit of a slide job on Kyle Busch on the last lap to get the lead. The car came up just a bit too much and ends up putting Kyle Busch into the wall. And as they come around the next turn, Kyle Busch is like, all right, you put me into the wall. I'm going to go ahead and get your car turned around. But he did it so precisely. It's an art to get the car in front of you turned just enough to get him out of the way, but without causing a wreck, right?
I promise this, Christian. I'll look at it because I'll have plenty of time.
I'm telling you, man.
To watch to watch what racing isn't on my way to a track where their racing will be.
It's always somebody.
No, but you gotta understand though, it's different, right? It's a different culture when you're speaking about stock cars versus open wheel. In an open wheel race, no, you wouldn't expect that to happen. But in a stock car race, that's totally what should have happened, and that's what he did. But he was so masterful at it. Like I said, I've been in stock car races before where it's just a very delicate practice of getting the car turned around without causing a wreck. And so for Kyle Busch to get the car in front of him turned around and to keep his momentum enough to still win the race and not let the guy behind them go past, I thought it was brilliant. So
luck.
Kudos to Kyle Busch.
More luck to me.
NASCAR is still crap.
Yeah. You trying desperately to prove this just proves that.
I'm just saying that was a hell of a finish.
I'm sure it wasn't that great of a finish, but I'm sure it was a finish.
It was, man. I'm telling you. As far as all the races that they do throughout the year, this has definitely been the most exciting finish they've had all year.
Well, the writers must have been hard at work for this one.
Sure, for sure. The writers. It's not a sitcom, Frank. It's
WWE is a sitcom, no matter how much you want it to be or not. There's no difference.
Well, there you go.
Christian, where can they find your book at, buddy?
They can find my book, My Life and Story, The Outside Groove, by Cosby Media Productions, forwarded by Willie T. Ribbs, first African-American to drive the Indy 500 and a Formula One race car. You can find that on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kodo, Books A Million, and other fine retailers.
What?
Pick it up.
And don't put it down till you pay for it.
You're done. That's right, man.
Because that's illegal.
That's right.
Your shoplifters will be prosecuted at the full extent of the law.
No exceptions. That's right. No exceptions.
And if you're buying a used book, just stop.
just stop.
I mean, books are cheap, fella.
Just stop.
Anyways, right up. So, like I said, Iowa. I'm sure there'll be a lot more to talk about next week, and we won't be in such a rush to do it because this week has been just has not worked out very well at all. We were going to do it Monday, then Wednesday, then yesterday. No, this has been a crazy week. Oh boy. Yeah. But
lightning struck like literally right outside my windows. It's crazy.
I mean, it's happened before to me, and it scared the ever beloved. Gee, woo. It was crazy. It was.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
wasn't scared. It was just cool. I thought it was just really really cool to see. I've never had lightning strike that close to me. Um, that was just cool to see. Like,
you figure 45,000 strikes a day. It's bound to happen.
right. It's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's got to go.
I remember the one that scared Frank. It was very close to the house, and he fell on the porch
No.
Oh.
No.
because he was outside. Because he's like, "Oh, I got to see the lightning strike," and it was like, "Ba boom!" and it, like knocked him back on the porch. It's hysterical. It's almost like the time you threw the half stick of dynamite in the pond right next to us. Oh, never mind. That's another story.
Yeah, I thought sticks of dynamite were supposed to sink before they went off. Yeah, that
No,
didn't
they don't.
sink.
They don't.
Yeah, it just made the lakes act like a giant megaphone. That was loud. No, but it didn't throw me back.
Yes, I did say stick of dynamite.
It was a quarter stick.
Whatever.
But yeah, the lightning did not throw me back onto the porch. I dove 10 feet onto the porch, duck and cover style, like lava was coming, and I ducked and covered.
Wow.
Because that's what happens when lava comes, right? You duck and cover.
A way to take evasive action, friend.
Thank you.
I don't know if I duck and cover for lava. I'd probably be
Well,
running.
back in the 50s,
but-
they thought that's what you did.
Duck and cover. Yeah. Just make it easier for
Well,
the lightning
I
to run you
personally
over.
can't wait to see the lightning fast cars. That is at Newton, Iowa this weekend.
The
The
fastest short
CP will
oval.
be in attendance.
The fastest short oval, and hopefully, we get some good tests to come out. So, looking forward to it.
So, schedule for this weekend. Practice starts tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. Streaming on IndyCar.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and IndyCar app. And then you have Indy Lights practice at 1:30, which will be streaming also on IndyCar.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Qualifications start at broadcast window will start at 2:30. And go to like 4 o'clock on NBC Sports Network. Then you have Indy Lights qualification at 5 on IndyCar.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And IndyCar's final practice will be at 5:45 p.m., which will be on IndyCar.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And then the races will happen on Sunday. Indy Lights will be at 11:15 a.m. on IndyCar.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And the race for Iowa will start at 1 p.m. on NBC Sports Network. And those are all Central Time.
Okay.
Minus an hour if you're on the East Coast.
Right on.
Or
right
no,
on.
plus an hour. My bad.
Right on. Can't wait. Looking forward to getting there.
All right, guys.
It's going to be a heck of a ride, but it's always worth it. Always worth it. So, Christian, anything
Yeah, bud.
further you want to add before we tie a bow on this one and, tell Missy those
No, I
famous
just want to
words?
say safe travels to you guys and good luck to all the Racecraft One clients at the Battle at the Brickyard. And if you happen to be in Indy and not going to Iowa, definitely come to the Speedway. They'll be set up in the parking lot area and racing some quarter midgets at the Brickyard. Really cool too. Tonight at around 6:30, they let all the kids actually go out onto the big track in their quarter midgets. So I think that's really really cool. It's like the slowest lap ever, obviously at IMS, but
But
watching
I'm sure it's the-
no, but what
I'm
a
sure
cool
it's the
opportunity.
fastest lap for them.
But yeah, no, but really, what a cool opportunity for those kids to be able to do that. I wish that I could have been able to do that when I was 7, 8, 9.
Definitely.
Pretty tight. So yeah, so good luck to all the Racecraft One clients at the Battle at the Brickyard.
Right on, man. And I think, Missy, if there's nothing else to go over on that note.
On that note, you know that I know that Frank and Christian, everybody knows the corn is the word, you know?
Not the bird, the corn.
Corn is the word.
Corn,
I like it.
corn. Corn is the word.
I like.
All
Not
right.